It can be really tough not to feel hurt or upset when someone criticizes you. Sometimes we get stuck in a never-ending worry about what people think of us. But what if the key to finding emotional stability, freedom, peace, and real relationships isn't about caring more, but caring less about what others think of us? Let's explore 7 amazing things that can happen when you stop letting others' opinions control you. Imagine starting your day with your own thoughts, free from the influence of societal expectations or the fear of others' opinions. You dress for comfort and confidence, not to please anyone else. Throughout the day, you express your thoughts and truths without worrying about how people might react. Even if not everyone agrees with you, your unique voice is important and should be heard. This freedom to be your true self is like satisfying a deep longing within your soul. The significance of this freedom lies in the authenticity it allows you to embrace. When you stay true to yourself, you no longer have to put on a facade, which can be extremely exhausting. Instead, you can direct your energy toward pursuing your own goals and personal growth, shedding the burdens you might not have even realized you were carrying. Constantly worrying about meeting external standards or expectations can cloud your mind with what-ifs and should-haves. When you cease to be preoccupied with others' judgments, your thought processes change. Your mind becomes clearer, enabling you to see situations as they are, rather than through the filter of other people's opinions. Letting go of these concerns simplifies decision-making as you rely on your intuition and values, not the fear of being judged. This shift also diminishes the emotional toll of stress and anxiety, allowing you to relax both mentally and physically. Consequently, your energy levels increase because you're no longer squandering them on unnecessary worries. Now that you have extra energy, you can use it for positive things like pursuing your hobbies, building stronger relationships, and personal growth. You're no longer tied down by the constant need to please others, which can be exhausting. Shifting your focus from caring about what others think to focusing on your own needs is a transformative change. You'll tap into an inner well of strength, guided by your true self, rather than being indifferent to your own desires. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It enriches your life and has a positive impact on those around you. It conserves your emotional and mental energy by relieving the constant pressure to live up to others' expectations, allowing you to direct your resources toward what truly matters. Setting healthy boundaries also protects your well-being. You no longer have to change to fit others' expectations. You can be your authentic self. The constant pressure to conform to someone else's idea of who we should be is a challenge many of us face, often starting in childhood. We're bombarded with messages about how we should look, behave, and what we should aspire to from family, friends, the media, and society at large. This pressure can feel overwhelming. Most importantly, conforming to what others expect of us can divert us from the journey of discovering and honoring our true selves. Let's explore further what happens when you break free from this cycle and why it's so transformative. Constantly changing to meet others' expectations comes at a high cost, even if you don't realize it immediately. Firstly, it's draining mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically. It takes a lot of effort to either put on a mask or continually adjust your behavior to align with what others want. Secondly, every time you alter yourself to fit someone else's mold, you're essentially saying that your real self isn't good enough. This can chip away at your self-esteem and wear down your sense of self-worth. Over time, you may lose sight of your authentic self as it gets buried under layers of personas created for the sake of gaining approval. Think about the remarkable transformation that occurs when you release the need to conform and instead fully embrace your unique self. It's like returning home after a long, exhausting journey. You feel relief, comfort, and deep happiness when you acknowledge and accept yourself, flaws and all. By shedding the burden of external expectations, you unlock a wellspring of energy and mental clarity. This newfound vitality can be channeled into activities that nourish your soul and bring you genuine joy. Embracing and expressing your uniqueness is an act of self-love. The more you love and accept yourself, the less you crave validation from others. Amazingly, when you stop seeking approval from others and start embracing your true self, the world begins to accept you as you are. Authenticity tends to attract authenticity. When you're genuine with yourself, you naturally draw authentic interactions and relationships into your life, enhancing your experiences in ways that conformity can't replicate. Being unapologetically yourself brings an incredible sense of freedom, sparking creativity and fostering courage. You become more willing to take risks and step out of your comfort zone because you're no longer held back by the fear of being judged by others. Every experience becomes more meaningful because it arises from your authentic choices and actions. You find happiness within yourself rather than seeking it from external sources or people. Relying on external sources for your happiness can make your emotional well-being vulnerable. It's like giving someone else the control over your happiness, whether it's friends, family, or society. Think of your happiness as a beautiful garden within you. When others are in charge, they may or may not take good care of it. But when you take charge of your own happiness, you ensure that it receives the attention and care it deserves. You become the gardener of your own happiness, nurturing it with self-love and self-understanding. Taking control of your own happiness has an immediate benefit: resilience. Life has its share of ups and downs, and when your happiness comes from within, you're better equipped to handle challenges without falling apart. Your sense of well-being isn't easily swayed by external circumstances. You don't require everything around you to be perfect to feel okay. This resilience helps you stay balanced and less reactive to life's inevitable fluctuations. Furthermore, emotional independence enhances the quality of your relationships. When you're responsible for your happiness, you don't burden loved ones with your emotional well-being, allowing for a deeper and more authentic connection. Both parties can contribute to the relationship as whole individuals, enriching each other's lives without expecting the other to fill a void. Building this inner sanctuary of happiness begins with understanding and accepting yourself. Take the time to get to know your likes, dislikes, passions, fears, and desires. Embrace every facet of your being. The better you understand yourself, the more effectively you can create circumstances that support your happiness. Cultivate gratitude by focusing on the positive aspects of your life. Don't underestimate the power of simple pleasures, like a beautiful sunset, a meaningful chat with a friend, or a good book. Finding joy in these simple things makes happiness abundant and easily accessible. Engage in activities that align with your values and passions. Happiness will naturally follow. It's time to let go of what others might think and embrace a life filled with authenticity, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. The journey may not always be easy, but it's worth every step. Today can be the beginning of your amazing new life. Remember, you are enough just as you are. Celebrate yourself. Please share your experiences in the comments and share this with someone you love. Have a wonderful day ahead.